Like you, I followed the rumors of iOS 18 to see what's coming on and what's going to be the new features that everybody will talk about. And I can't believe that I'm saying this, but one of the most requested features is actually coming to iOS, and that's moving the icons where you want. Now, in a year when Samsung, Google are making things like, magic erasers, so you can erase people from your pictures, or video enhancement, so you'll have a better quality and things like this. What you get from Apple is that you are able to move the icon from here to here without you needing to do anything else, and nothing comes between them. You are allowed to put your icons wherever you want right now, which is wow. I have to admit, I really want this feature for a very long time, but also I'm asking why we didn't have this feature for a very long time. Apple is controlling the iPhone since the beginning, and looks like now is slowly letting it go, and the small things that we all wanted and people can do already on Android since day one are slowly coming to iOS. The next feature that we're going to discuss about, that everybody's talking so much about it, and to be fair, I don't understand what's so excited about it, is Siri is getting AI. So at the moment they're having a partnership with OpenAI, who made ChatGPT, and looks like Siri is going to be smarter. But let me ask you this, how many of you are going to actually use Siri? I mean, personally, I barely use ChatGPT or Google Gemini. I didn't even use Google Assistant. The only thing that I'm using with my voice, I have a Google Home that I'm literally saying to turn on the light and turn off the lights and things like this. Nothing more. I don't take my phone and say, hey, when did X died and what did something happened? I'm not using my phone for that. If I want something, I will still Google search it. I'll type it and search it and stuff like that. And especially with AI at the moment, that it can literally give you false information, I don't see the opportunity. I don't see the meaning of using Siri when the response that I get back is literally a false one. Probably, maybe it's not, but there's a possibility it is, and I will get the wrong information from Siri. So at the moment, having ChatGPT built in and rename it as Siri, for me that's not a feature. I want a feature that I can actually use in day-to-day life and improves my experience with the iPhone. For example, I want a better battery life, I want the more customization. I want the iPhone, when I connect it to a computer, doesn't matter if it's a Mac or a Windows, so I can copy and paste the files directly from my Mac. Not just, I have to install iTunes if I want to upload a ringtone, for example, and things like this. Or I need to install iTunes if I want to upload a video from the Google Pixel to the iPhone. I want more freedom using my software. I don't want ChatGPT as rename as Siri, and besides that, we already have a ChatGPT app, so I don't see the point of it. The other thing that everybody is excited is that we're getting a revamp applications, and one of them is that right now calendar and reminder, they will be able to sync with each other. I didn't even know that they're not able to do that. I promise you, I didn't even know. I don't use my iPhone for this. I use my Android. But so the point of the calendar is to put dates there to remind you, right? And why do we have reminder then? Because I thought the calendar is the reminder. That's how Android works, so that's why I thought iOS will work as well. Don't get me wrong, the only reason why I'm using iOS is because I'm actually recording with an iPhone right now, and I'm editing the videos that I use on the MacBook. But that's the only reason I have an iPhone in my pocket, because the camera on the iPhone, I have to admit, they are pretty good, and using the microphone with the iPhone, pretty amazing. But then why certain features that you will expect, I'll put a reminder on the 22nd in the calendar and let me remind, why is reminder not already synced with calendar? It doesn't make any sense. But yes, we're going to get that eventually now. So amazing, some really cool features. So at the moment we can move an icon, we have ChatGPT rename as Siri, and reminder, it's syncing with calendar. Revolutionary. I feel bad right now for Apple, because I remember in the early days of Apple, I was still an Android guy, don't get me wrong, but every single time when Apple was releasing a new phone, they were set the new standard for everybody. Apple was amazing. When they released a new phone, it was the new standard. Either it was quality build, either it was features, camera, battery life, etc. When Apple was releasing the new iPhone, that was the new standard. Everybody had to compete with Apple. I remember when they released the Apple Watch, new standard, literally new standard, how they work together, the connectivity, what you can do, new standard. So then everybody in Android world started becoming, more and more like the Apple Watch. Now Apple is the company who's always behind, you know. We're expecting that, oh, when Apple is going to release, it's going to be amazing. Apple is not taking any risk at the moment. Apple is now no more an innovator. Apple is just a copycat. That's what I'm seeing Apple as, a copycat. Samsung released the foldables, Oppo released the foldables, other companies, Google, you know, Honor and things like that, they released foldables. Apple didn't. They're waiting for the technology to improve enough so they will release it, they will be, you know, high end. No. They're waiting for these companies to take the risk, and then when the technology is good enough, then Apple will say and reinvent the phone. They will probably say something like this, you know, there's no more folding phone while the folding iPhone. You know, I don't see Apple at the moment as a revolutionary company that it was over when Steve Jobs was there. When you were using iOS back then, especially iOS 4, iOS 5, you know, the design of iOS, you could see there were a lot of care in every single app design that they have. You know, I still remember how the folder will open. You open it and then the folder will break and you can see it like this. Now it's just an animation going zip, zip. That's it. So Apple for me at the moment are not the company who's innovating. Samsung is innovating, Google's innovating. I mean, Google, they don't even have the sales that Apple have, but look how much they're innovating with the Pixel. They're having amazing cameras, they're having amazing feature, and not to say the cloud thing that they're doing is literally amazing. What is Apple doing? Apple is coming with features after Google. The only feature that I can remember that literally Apple did first was the blur that you're seeing right now while recording, you know, which is cinematic mode. But what's next? You know, iOS 18, everybody's so excited about iOS 18. Everybody's so like, oh, they're going to do that, they're going to do that, they're going to do that. We already have all the features that we're discussing right now. We already have it on Android side. You know, we have Gemini, we have ChatGPT, we have Assistant. I mean, we have everything. We can move our icons, by the way. We can move our icons. And I can put it wherever I want. You know, how Apple is going to do it. To be fair, if we're being honest, I don't think Apple is going to do it how everybody thinks. Probably going to be something stupid that you won't be able to. You know, they don't start from the bottom now. If you want, you can start from the top. Sorry, you can start from the bottom now. So you don't have to go like this. You can go like this. But it's going to be something stupid like this. Apple will not give us full control how they did, and that's why the jailbreak community was amazing for Apple, because people were buying iPhones and they couldn't wait to jailbreak them. Now I understand people, they don't want to jailbreak anymore. I was in the jailbreak community. I don't want to jailbreak anymore, but that's because, you know, it's not fun anymore and it's becoming harder and harder to do it and support it. But Apple at the moment, in my opinion, they're copycats. I don't see Apple anymore doing, you know, revolutionary things. They released the M for the laptops. That was amazing. You know, right now they're saying the new standard with ARM processor, but slowly I'm pretty sure Microsoft will be able to catch them with the Snapdragon. So they're doing nothing. I mean, look at the M1 was amazing when it was released. Then M2 a little bit, M3 a little bit, M4 a little bit, probably M5 and M6 will be a little bit. So they're not huge improvement between them. There's no reason to upgrade. I mean, if you have an M1 right now, it's as good as the latest M, because you can do kind of the same thing. The only thing, for example, if you're doing video editing, you will need 16 gigabytes of RAM. So you have an M1 with 8 gigabytes of RAM, you will struggle. You have an M1 with 16 gigabytes of RAM, that's perfect. You can do whatever you want, you know, it will still run. Now they're trying to add games in the library, which people are not going to buy MacBooks for games. But iOS at the moment is literally the new iOS 18. Everybody's talking so much about it and they're saying that how amazing this new update is. Am I the only one who doesn't see it like that? I mean, come on. One of the biggest features that you're saying is you can move the icon and Siri is now smarter. You can do some of the things. You can control your phone now with Siri. Not full control. You can do some control with Siri. So probably you can like, hey Siri, turn on the Wi-Fi. Something like this. You know, you won't be able to control most of the stuff. Apple won't allow you. And to be fair, even when you turn off the Wi-Fi, if you remember, if you go to control center and turn off the Wi-Fi, it doesn't turn off the Wi-Fi. It just disconnects the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi will still be on. So it will still, you know, use power from the iPhone to stay on. So I don't understand why they're fighting over the amazing features of moving the icons when they can do something to improve battery life. They can do something to improve things that people actually want and care. You know, I remember having a Samsung. The last time when I had a Samsung, I had this beautiful thing which they call video call, I think it was, or video caller ID, when I can put a video rather than a picture. I can put a video for the person who's calling me. So in my case, I was having me and my wife just staying together in bed and laughing. That was the video that I tried. On iPhone, you can't do that. You know, so how about more customization to make the people feel that they own the phone, rather than giving me the option to move an icon and talk with Siri? Probably is going to be limited as well. But yeah, that's my opinion. The revolutionary company that it was with Steve Jobs is now a copycat with Tommy. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you like this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm actually working right now on an iMac from 2013. I already posted the first review, which I used the iMac with the original hard drive inside of it, which is literally this one. This one was inside of it, 1 terabyte, but I now upgraded this iMac to 1 terabyte SSD, and I have to admit I'm pretty shocked about the performance that I'm getting from that. So if you're interested to see in the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. The video will be in the next video that will be posted on my channel, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, and wait for iOS 18. Will be revolutionary.